What's up, YouTube land? I'm back with you again today. It's Thanksgiving Day here in the good old US of A. High prices, high taxes, high everything. Uh, Now, I just want to encourage you guys, you Westerners out there, man, that's looking to make that leap of faith. And, you're tired of these dead end streets of dating these gals over here and just, you know, the lies, the cheats, the always putting you last, the pretty much the norm over here. And you guys that's been there, you know what I'm talking about. So um, sometimes I can't talk as loud, especially if I'm in the house. I'll try to, you know, it's kind of hard on this phone just to kind of judge what your volume is. And hey, I appreciate all you new subscribers out there, man. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I know if you just like listen to old country boy ramble on about the government and dating and just whatever, hey, you found the right channel, buddy. Because I'm here to tell you, I mean, I'm your man. I am your man. But I promise you, eventually, it will get better. It will get better. So y'all just hang in there, and if nothing, you just. I appreciate you taking your time out to even watch my videos. It's I do it too. I mean, I try to watch even my own videos just to see. A couple of them, the phone's all shaky, and some of them I had to turn the volume up. I'm like, golly, like I really suck at this vlogging stuff, but maybe it'll get better. I'm gonna try to buy the right equipment before I go back to the Philippines, and just really anxious to get back, man. 10 months over there, and I've realized real fast I don't belong over here anymore. So and it'll be 26, God willing. Y'all keep me in your prayers. Everything goes good, and I can get back over there and do what I love doing, which is, just living my life, and it's so cool over there. It's like the wild, wild west for me from coming from here, where they've tried to turn it into a police state, but it's still the small town where I'm from, still pretty much laid back. For the most part, there's not really a whole lot of crime, maybe some thefts and stuff like that. We do got a few chomos. I read that on Facebook. Actually, one guy used to ride with. I was like, golly, boy, you just don't know anybody. Dude name was Robert. I better not leave his last name. Starts with a S. He's from Warren County. Well, I think he's from Missouri, but he lives here in Warren County. But anyway, yeah. Talking about that leap of faith, though, guys. If you're, I know I keep telling you guys, do not do the online dating. Don't do the online dating. Like, get your plane ticket, plan you a trip. Yeah, and you can't. You're not going to do anything in the 30 days of staying out there. You need months, man. You need to put months of time. Go find you an apartment, rent you a hotel room for 2 or 3 weeks, and then just start asking the ladies there at the hotel room, hey, do you know of any place to rent? Do you know of a boarding house, or do you know of an apartment or something? Some of them, I found one place there in my town, 30K pesos, for fully furnished. You didn't even need furniture. You didn't even need furniture. Super nice, gated, CCTV. Excuse me. Oh man, Coke Zero coming up. But yeah, you don't even need. Yeah, and I don't edit neither, in case you haven't seen. Just whatever comes out, whatever I film. Hey, that's what it is. It is what it is. But I'll be thankful to get back over there. Of course, I was there for 10 months, unexpectedly, but everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, and But back to the online dating, if you guys are serious and you are wanting to find an Asian, family oriented, shy, gentle soul, uh, Christian Filipina, I would highly suggest you go to Christian Filipina. Um, and they do all the vetting. I hear these foreigners on these other channels, Chad Foster and Carefree Chris. Shout out to both you guys. And they was a couple guys, Paul Old Dog, New Tricks. These guys' channels. And Geo in the Philippines. Shout out to all you guys because y'all are who I started watching and really kind of inspired me just to do these videos because I'm not doing it for money. Like I said, it's more therapy for me. I'm just trying to help other foreigners, get out of this rat race over here. Think outside the box. Get out of the rat. Look, I didn't know anybody. You're going to meet people over there, and it'll start with your neighbors, and it'll just go from there. And then, Facebook is huge in the Philippines. So you could probably, if you want to hang out with expats, go to Dumaguete, go to Cebu, go to Makati, BGC up in Manila, go to um, Davao, CDO in Mindanao. Go to these foreign, there's a lot of expats in them, you know. Uh, me personally, where I ended up at, they are expats there, but it's few and far between. I see them at the mall, and I've ran into two outside of the mall, and uh, maybe both times at 7-Eleven. But even still, yeah, once was at 7-Eleven, one was right there at 7-Eleven. Guy was coming out of a doctor's office, and he's like, "Yeah, man, if you need anything," he had took a fall and he had like a black eye, and I was like, "Dang, dude," I said, "You all right?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." He said, "I fell, so." And he told me a good doctor's office. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's going to take months of you being there to learn the city, learn the town that you're staying in, make connections, Filipina connections, expat connections, whatever you want. But they're some of the nicest people that you're ever going to meet. Now, the expats, hey, they're expats. So, a lot of them, not all of them, is for entertainment purposes only. Let me just get that out there so everybody's not thinking that I'm downing all the expatriates. But, uh, you'll meet some good people out there for sure, for sure. Just get out there and plan to stay. Uh, plan to do dishes without hot water. Plan to take a bath unless you buy a coffee pot right off the rip, and you're gonna have to buy a bucket to take your bath. In my apartment, there's no shower. I could put a shower, but I decided the connection there was either bump gun or cold shower. And I thought, shoot, I'll just take a bucket bath. I heat up my coffee pot, pour it into my bucket. I leave it about 6 inches from the top. I top it off with hot water. Boom, I'm taking a hot water, basically a bucket bath. You'll get just as clean, And a bump gun, your butt's going to be, it'll never be so clean in all your life. Why these Westerners over here are buying toilet paper, why they're doing all that, I have no idea. Like, really, it is the biggest waste of money. When all you got to do is put you a bidet or a bum gun and forget about it. That Italian, forget about it. So but yeah, that's what I was, I just want to tell you, it's windy. It's cold, man. It's freezing out here right now. Like, I'm surprised I've been able to keep this camera so still. I didn't wear my jacket down here, but I got my hoodie on, so I should be all right, But I don't miss these cold winters, That's something else I don't miss. I love the heat, It's easy on, you got arthritis or anything. It's just easy, man. You lose weight. If you've been dealing with weight issues, which like 95% of Americans are, and you figure out, well, let me just tell you what it is. It's the food. I've only ate fast food one time since I've been back in 3 months, and that was just literally last weekend. Got me a smasher burger from Sonic, some fries, and so that was the only. And I felt so bloated, like for 2 days I felt bloated, and I thought, well, that's it. No more fast food for me. Usually the only meal that I've been cooking is my breakfast. I try to do high protein, but of course I've gotten used to eating rice. So uh, I bought me some dark, I don't know if it's Chinese or Japanese rice, soy sauce, because I am Westerner and I can't eat it. Just plain white rice. It's not for me. I know it's for you Filipinos out there, but I gotta have soy sauce. So but that's my only cooked meal a day. Now, my friends are cooking today. Shout out to you, Victory, for inviting me up. Um, I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna try to get up there uh, if uh, if I can today and watch a little football, hang out with you guys. Like it's a blessing to have good friends. And actually, he's my neighbor too. So I'm gonna go hang out with him and his beautiful family, and just watch football. I mean, it's kind of what we do, and then everything's pretty much from here through Christmas. Everything is pretty much shut down. I mean, when I say everything, everything. Everybody be going on vacations, doing all that good stuff. So, Christmas time, and then my one deal's not set up till the 29th of January. So, for sure, I'm going to be here through then. We'll kind of see how that goes. If all goes well, maybe a few more weeks after that, and I'll be going to Mexico. Mexico. I'm gonna go to Mexico for a few days, a little R&R. Never been, so that'll be another stamp in my old passporte, and then I'll go from there right back to Philippines. So I'm looking forward to that day. I'll probably kiss the ground when I land. Just so I'll be so happy. Because it makes me happy. It warms my heart to even know that God put me there. Like really, He sometimes things happen in your life and God just moves you to where He wants you to be, where He knows you'll be the best at. So, and I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for Him first and foremost. Got to give thanks to the Lord and Savior. Uh, big shout out to Him to give me breath in my body today, clothes on my back, everything. It's uh, definitely a blessing just to be here. To survive that accident, survive this infection that was caused. After the accident. Shout out to you, Doc Abano. I don't know if you even watch his channel, but thank you for saving my leg out there. It looks like a shark bit me, but and it feels like one too. But hey, man, at least I got him. So God willing, I can still ride a scooter or something, a little was that click 150 or 160 or I don't know. We'll see what I'm blessed with once I'm back. Uh, you know. But I plan on showing you all the town. I'm going to invest in a drone. I see these guys on here. They've got drones, so and it's a great place to get probably some of the best drone footage because you got the mountains and just everything. The rivers, and so never flew one of them, but hey, man, anybody can learn anything if you put your mind to it, right? But you guys need to get out there, take that leap of faith, man. But if you're going to do the online stuff, I know the free stuff is free, but there's a reason why it's free. Them women are not vetted at all. Let me take a little Coke Zero break here. Wet my whistle. Yeah, buddy. But just take that leap of faith and tell them exactly what you're, if you don't mind them being a single parent, single mom, because there's a lot of single moms out there that, I don't know if they just made a mistake, got horny, whatever. But I mean, the Filipinas are they, they're good at planting a seed, but from what I heard, this is from the females, if they're not married, if they don't get married, then pretty much they just walk away. Um, or they'll find them cheating or something. And that's why a lot, and I do mean a lot, of the Asian women are looking for foreign men, to have a relationship with. And we didn't come out there for just for a vacation, or just, I mean, some of them did. And don't get me wrong, I ain't talking about all Western men, because there's some sorry Western guys out there that are flying out there, and not all from America, some from Canada, some from Europe, but they fly out there and they get them the booty, booty calls is what we call them, or just have sex, and then boom, and then they're back to their home country, and they just leave the chick hanging. So for Filipinas out there, just be careful. I mean, y'all have got great discernment, most of you do, and y'all are built-in little investigators. Y'all go through the phones, or mine has. So, you know, uh, and there's nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide, really. So I went out there uh, really for a short stay. Ended up being 10 months, and it was 10. Well, there's a lot of healing, a lot of, some surgeries. It wasn't like it just was planned. Not that long anyway, but I had to come back here. I had to get this all put behind me, get the proper medical treatment, which they still ain't doing that. The insurance company basically, so man about loses his life. I'll just cut it to you short. And then once I got out of the hospital, the insurance company's pretty much not wanting to do anything that the doctors ordered. So, you know, it's just it's kind of another corrupted system, that they pass so many laws trying to protect the employer and not the employee, the one that's put the blood, sweat, and tears in. So, but hopefully in the end, it's all going to work out, God willing, and of course, everybody around here, they eat turkey and they'll make ham. They probably sell more turkeys, this weekend than the entire year, to be honest with you. But everybody, that's kind of what they do. It's kind of tradition. Um, but yeah, they got a turkey and dressing. I got to go make the giblet gravy. So they got two friends up there that are, I guess their grandmas didn't teach them how to cook, but my grandma did teach me. So shout out to you, Mama. I know you up in heaven smiling down. Uh, so it's a beautiful day, clear skies actually. Uh, got the water flowing behind me, down here at the river all by myself. It's peaceful. It's very peaceful. So, and it's peaceful in the Philippines. I mean, they a few of them get a little rowdy when they get on some Tandawai, but not too bad. They're usually some of the funnest people to be around, dancing and karaoke. Like, I miss it all. Like, I do. I truly was heartbroken to know, because I knew I had to come back. You know what I mean? And not saying that, it's different if I was coming in to visit my kids and stuff. That's one thing. But when you know that you have to come back, oh man, I was dreading it. I was dreading leaving. Uh, uh, um, yeah, about 3 eggs. Yeah. There we go. Sorry, didn't mean to yell, but somebody's yelling off the back porch. How many eggs do you need for my giblet gravy? So anyway, had to do some airplane signals, get them straightened out, you know. But well, now I forgot what I was talking about. Ha! Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. You know, I'm ready to get. Oh yeah, I'm just ready to get back, guys. Like really, I'll be ready to get back and just chill. You know, it'll be a big, uh, big moment. I can just breathe for a little while. Probably take a little time to just you know uh, chill out. And then get back to my daily routine. I mean, I had a daily routine, and uh, just like we do here. Same thing. But out there, you receive smiles and waves, and people are so curious. The Filipinos are so curious. They want to know your story. Like what brought you there, and are you single, and uh, you know, and they. So it's just a blessing for me to had went out there and got a chance to experience that. And I know the other guys that are out there, like they're so happy. I see, in their videos. I mean, these guys are always smiling. They're always, uh, just enjoying life, man. And that's what it's really about. Finding someone that you connect with, finding someone that wants to grow old with you. And even though most of us is, about there anyway. So, but you'll find them, and age doesn't matter out there. I know this one guy, he's got a channel, which now his now wife, she had fibbed to him, had told him a lie on her profile, and said that she was 21 or something like that, but she was really 18. And shoot, they're married, they've got a kid. She was already a single mom. uh, Life is good, man. Life is what you make of it, really. And sometimes you just have to go get it. If you're dreaming about this, and and you've been thinking about it, you're kind of on the fence. And it doesn't have to be the Philippines. I mean, it could be Vietnam, it could be Japan, Cambodia, Thailand. I've got some friends that are on YouTube. They're in Thailand, and they love. One guy, he lived in the Philippines for 6 years before he moved to Thailand, and me and him's talked several times. And shout out to you, Bam. Uh, we've talked several times, and he was like, yeah. He said, well, he said, he said Thailand's a lot like the Philippines, but they're never out of stock in Thailand. You don't go to the store and not be able to find what you're looking for. And he said they have 10 times, basically, you know, and I'm hoping, that it's cheaper, it's healthy. I definitely in Cambodia and in Vietnam, it's a lot cheaper for Westerners to go um, live there. Definitely healthy eating at both places. Thailand too. I mean, You know, even over here, Thai food is amazing. So. But I like the Philippine food. I like the adobos and you know calamaris and all that. So I'm definitely tickled where I'm at, and that's where I plan on going. That's probably going to be at least my home base. But once I get uh, my equipment and everything, get me some transportation and all that. Once I do all that stuff, then I plan on, you know, making some more content of just traveling. So I just wanted to get on here and uh, be some encouragement, and hope this video helps you out. And you can shoot me a comment if you got any questions about anything. You know, like I said, I don't have it's a very, very small channel. Hopefully one day, you know, God will bless it and it'll blow up. But I'm sure I'm going to have to start doing some actual travel, you know, not just me sitting here trying to encourage you guys, you Westerners, to go do what you've been thinking about doing in the first place. So, but I hope everybody has a blessed and happy Thanksgiving, a great weekend. Get out and make somebody smile today. You know, if you don't do nothing, you know, just make somebody smile, okay? Thanks, and y'all have a blessed day. Thanks for watching this channel, too.